Hey guys, welcome to Recording in Progress. Today we're going to be doing sort of a cooking video. It's going to be how to make some really dope and delicious crinkle cut fries. I've been doing this for years, but in case you guys want to know how to make some fries that smell damn good, this is how you start. So you take some discounted crinkle cut fries. These are from Winco. These just happen to be the cheapest and they were on sale. I forget the price of it, but it's pretty cheap. Then you go over, you put them in a bowl. Yes, they're frozen, as you can see. There's like some ice and stuff on it. Then you're going to want to take your tea out of the microwave because anyway, once you take your tea out of the microwave, you can go ahead and actually comment coffee or tea in the comments down below. You want to go and put your fries in the microwave because that's obviously the next logical step. Yeah, warm it up for like, I don't know, 2 minutes or so. Anyway, while that's doing that, we're going to go over here and find cast iron skillet from the oven. We're going to set it here because the crinkle cut fries in the way. You're going to want to make sure to throw everything away as you're doing it because if you don't, you're just going to cause a mess and there's absolutely no reason. You want to set it on the stove. You just want to lightly coat the bottom of the pan, right? So I don't know if you can see it, but just enough to coat the bottom. Anyway. You want to turn on your stove, and if your burner is as big as mine, you might want to turn it down a bit, or else fires just kind of go around it. Take them out of the microwave and close the microwave with the bowl. Anyway, if there's some excessive water, you're gonna want to dump that out in the sink, but I can't do that with one hand, so hold on a second. Now that that's done, you can just shake your fries around a bit. You want to make sure it all gets to the same temperature. You know, you want to mix it up with your hands, make sure they're clean. Always wash your hands before cooking, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, you just want to really make sure the temperature incorporates into all of it. Sometimes when you warm them up in a bowl like this, the center actually gets cold, so you kind of want to just move it around a bit, almost like you're salad tossing, to make sure the fries become equilibrium. This oil is pretty much hot enough. So you can go ahead and start putting your fries in. Don't mess around with oil. You can get hurt, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, I'm going to go put the fries in the pan, and I'll be right back. After that's done, you're going to want to go over into your drawer and find yourself a nice little one of these. Spatula. It's a hard spatula, so it's not as flexible as normal ones, so it's like actually one solid piece of plastic. Anyway, you're just going to really want to like even these out, because when you put them in a pan, they kind of tend to pile up together, so you're going to want to kind of just keep it all like in one flat disc. And while that heats up, I'm going to go over and get the garlic. But first, I'm going to need a spoon. You know, this is kind of hard to do with one hand, you know? You're recording in one hand, grabbing stuff in the other. I don't know. Anyway, you're going to want to go over to your refrigerator and grab your chopped garlic. It could be minced garlic or whatever kind of garlic you want. Just not that crappy powder that you get from a store. Okay, I'm going to undo this with my hand real quick. Bam! It's open. It's like movie magic. Anyway, you just want to get a little tiny bit. Just a little tiny bit. Like about a half a spoonful, you know? And this stuff smells fantastic. And you just want to sort of put that right in the pan right there. See? You can actually hear that it's heating up. Movie magic. Anyway, once you do that, you're going to want to close the lid. Put this crap back in the fridge, keep it nice and chilled, because that's where you should be storing your garlic. You shouldn't just leave it out on the counter. Anyway, you want to take your spatula from before. Where'd I find it? There it is. You want to kind of mix that garlic in, make sure it's incorporated. Yeah. It's hard to film and do stuff with one hand, and also not get burned. Do not try this at home, ladies and gentlemen. Do not cook and film at the same time. You could get hurt. So you should probably just like invest in some sort of GoPro head mount strap thing from Amazon. Link down in the doobly-doo. Anyway, you want to make sure that incorporates into your fries. You don't want it to like clump up in the corner and everything. You want to make sure it's all sort of evenly in there. Anyway, once you're done doing that, you want to go over to your drawer and grab this stuff. It's fantastic. It's called Grill Mates Montreal Steak Seasoning. It's fantastic. Anyway, you want to sort of open it up a bit to this side with all the holes in it. Just want to give it a little bit of a shake. A little bit of a shake. Just a little bit of a shake. Normally I would just do this with two hands by just taking a pinch out of it. But since I only have one hand, this is sort of got to do. Anyway, once you put the appropriate amount of steak seasoning into it, you're going to want to put that back because there's no reason to keep stuff out while you're cooking if you're not going to use it again. Anyway, you want to just also incorporate this stuff into the mix because this is where all the flavor happens. Usually, when I make these fries, it's after I've been making hamburgers in the pan, and I just take that same oil and I fry the fries with it. And it's fantastic. Oh my gosh. It's probably like super bad for you, but if you're like really hungry and you want a really cheap meal, just buying some cheap crinkle cut fries and doing it in the pan like this is like super cheap and super delicious. Anyway, you're just going to kind of want to mix it around until, basically until it's incorporated and just let it sit. But while you're doing that, you want to actually look at the fries and make sure, hold on a sec. That's better. Anyway, you're going to want to look at the fries and actually make sure they're all cooking all the way because some of them can actually still be frozen after you've even put them in the pan and let these fry for like 5 minutes. Anyway, after these have been frying for 10 minutes, they're pretty much good to go and good to eat. It actually looks like golden browns. We're going to want to cut the cooking there, so you're just going to want to let it sit and absorb that last little bit of heat that that stove gave off. Anyway, you know they're really done when your tea's done steeping, so pro tip, if you want to cook your fries for the proper amount of time, once your tea's done steeping, if you're making that at the same time, you're pretty much done. Anyway, this is one really important step that you cannot miss whatsoever. You're going to want to like take your pan on its side. You see how there's this little lip like right there? You actually want to use that to actually drain the excess oil from your fries, because if not, they're going to be an oily mess. And I cannot do this with one hand, so I'm going to go and do that with two hands, and I'll be right back. Anyway, once you're done draining the oil from it and putting it in a bowl, it's time for presentation. And presentation is good, actually. They look pretty damn good, and you can actually see some of the Montreal steak seasoning on top of the fries, and it just looks fantastic. And as always, if you guys want to see more content like this, hit the like button, because that's the only way I'll actually know how to make more videos. So, yeah. Also, a pro tip, once you're done scooping your fries and putting some Sweet Baby Ray's sauce on your fries and stuff, you actually can go over and wash your pan immediately after draining the excess oil that, you know, you didn't scoop up with your fries and stuff, and dumping some water in it. You can actually clean it immediately, and it'll actually be so much easier than if you have to like scrub it after the fact. Anyway, this is just me. This is just a pro tip. This is Michael Hillman. This is how to make some dope AF steak fries, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.